I fell asleep with some show on from Prime, and I didn't realize they do this, but I guess that my Wi-Fi was not always good, so then it would just play the audio. I'm like, what? It does, your show will start resume once your Wi-Fi connection improves.
But it's just playing the audio of a TV show?
Yeah. And the show I was watching is this couples therapy show. It's on Showtime, right?
Nice.
So then, I guess you don't have to see the people, but
body language and stuff like that.
Right. There's tension that builds. And so, there's the lulls that happen in TV shows where there's no talking. You're just listening to nothing. But it advanced me. So now I don't know where I was at all because I fell asleep and then I woke up and it's just audio only. And I'm like, cool.
We were watching The Old Man last night, which is Jeff Bridges rescuing his daughter from Afghanistan, is the very short version of this. And yes, I could imagine long sequences where if you could not see the picture and they're just staring down each other or whatever before a gunfight or just being absolutely clueless about what the heck is going on.
Yeah, totally. Jeff Bridges, the Big Lebowski?
Yes.
Yeah. A very similar theme, it sounds like, in the movie Big Lebowski, and saving his daughter from Afghanistan.
Basically. Yeah. There's something about Jeff Bridges. I just love that guy.
Same.
He's got the weirdest voice in the way. He never does this, but he was in Come Hell or High Water. That was an Oscar nominee. It's probably 5+ years ago now. It's probably 10+ years ago now. But that was just a fantastic movie. Yeah. Did you ever see that one?
No.
Two guys who rob banks all across small towns in Texas.
That sounds fun.
And Jeff Bridges is the ranger that chases them down, basically.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's just doing Big Lebowski over and over again.
You're a one-trick pony, Jeff Bridges. we got our eye on you.
That carpet just pulled the room together.
It really did. Damn it, Donnie! You are out of your element.
I think I have watched it through once, and it was one and done. But
yeah.
Anyway,
but besides when you watch every other Jeff Bridges thing,
that is exactly true. Well, about 99% of the people who listen to this podcast, Kalyn, it's going to be one and done. So we might as well get it fired up right now.
All right.
Let's cue the music. You are listening to Robert and Kalyn Get Rich, the world's only comedy personal finance podcast where we talk about Jeff Bridges and personal finance, and I don't know how those two things go together, but it doesn't matter. We talk about what we want to, except for one thing. We never talk about. What is that, Kalyn?
Giving financial or investment advice.
That's exactly right. You nailed it. And today is October 9th. We are coming to you from Cleveland, Ohio. And listen, Kalyn, we've been bad about this. We tend to wait till the very end to ask people to like and subscribe and to forward us to your friends. And the big problem is most people don't make it to the very end. In fact, damn few. So if you would just go ahead, if you like what we're doing here, please
smash that like button.
Indeed. And leave us a recommendation, a review, and give us 5 stars. We would very much appreciate it. Speaking of like buttons, the church that I go to is not the most social media centric, savvy organization, nor are we're all about the numbers and we're just trying to drive attendance and blah, 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 blah. But the past several Sundays, they have run a drive where they're trying to get people to like and subscribe onto their Facebook posts and the shorts that they put out based on the sermons and so on.
Yeah.
And not one freaking person additional has liked one of these videos. I'm like, how lazy are you? How much do you hate this church you go to that when you're in Facebook and these videos scroll by, you can't even click the like button?
Don't do that.
You can't even do that? No wonder we can't get anybody to volunteer for the freaking block party committee or whatever.
Yeah.
It's not hard.
I feel like Facebook has become our parents' generation.
Right. Well, if you're going to pick one based on the population of the church,
Facebook.
It's Facebook, right? But you know what I think? I think none of them are tech savvy enough. I bet mom doesn't know how to share a post.
Yeah.
She might know how to like it.
She never likes any of my shit, for sure. But that's not too surprising since they won't even listen to this podcast.
I don't know if mom's on Facebook at all.
No, she is for sure, because she'll report back that she saw something that I have Instagram and Facebook tied together or whatever, so... anything I post on Instagram gets posted on Facebook. Then mom then reports back, oh, I saw that you did this and that. I saw you got your throwing cards out or whatever. Huh? 3 weeks later, she sees it. But
that linkage between Facebook and Instagram, I'm going to be totally honest, I don't get it. If you're posting everything, cross-posting everything, why are there two platforms? What is the difference? Why does this happen? I know young people are on this one and older people on that one, but why? Why?
Yeah. Fair question. I don't know. That's how everyone communicates with their parents.
So your first port of call is Instagram.
Correct.
You post on Instagram and then it cross posts over.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, so it's like the movie synopses in the newspaper or something.
Yeah.
Or the box score of the baseball game
That's right.
in the newspaper.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. All the stats.
Here's how the old people can find out what happened on the awards show last night
Yeah,
or whatever.
exactly.
Well, we should see what happened in the world of our portfolio.
Yeah.
So listeners, every week we pick something to invest in. And by every week, I mean...
every now and then.
Every so often. Yes. See, thinking about likes and subscribes, I forgot to announce that this is episode 24. So we're now on lucky 24 or something.
That's right.
And I think we have 14 items in that portfolio. So this whole bit about picking something every week is not close.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's see how the old Get Rich portfolio has done. We are up today, 0.04%. Woo!
Yes.
But we're
made
down
$4.90.
3.74% down over the lifetime of this portfolio.
That valuation box is a little...
You know, we've never spent too much time looking at that, but
yeah. I see it every week and I'm like, ooh, that's not the best. That's not exactly the split you want.
Maybe if we had looked at that before investing, we might not have so many items that are doing so poorly.
We're learning.
Yeah, we're learning. Well,
we're looking to change our ways too. So maybe if we invest in something this week, we'll actually look at that stuff and then decide if we want to invest in it.
Exactly. Let's see if Yahoo thinks it's overvalued or not. So there's a lot of carnage here. We got a couple that are still doing great. I mean, Philips and True and Chewy.
Yeah.
ATIAI down 17.
Yeah.
TXMD, like I didn't even know numbers could be down like this in the kind of market that, because the stock market is ripping again today, just crushing it.
I mean, that one below it's even worse. It's down 87%.
Eagle Farm is done. Well, first of all, they're being delisted and they're just done. So this will be we picked 14 things. 14.
We got two.
Two of them are going out of business.
Yeah. We know what we're doing here, guys. This is why we say we're not giving financial advice.
For those of you who have any doubt if this is investment advice, it's not.
Right.
But
Reddit is up.
Yeah. Yes. Reddit. Finally. It's because we're long-term investors,
That's right.
Kalyn.
You know that I am. You know I am.
It doesn't matter how well you do on your own. It's how well you do relative
to your friends,
to your friends, but first relative to the market as a whole.
So yeah. Compared to everyone.
S&P 500. Their valuation, they don't even get one, so.
Yeah. Their shit sucks. It's not even that good. Can't even evaluate if it's bad or not. Today they're doing about the same as us, though, right?
No. They're doing 10 times better.
That's right.
We were 0.04. Oh. This one is 0.047.
Oops.
And total gain 8.5% more or less. I mean, that's really good.
Yeah.
We are in a tough competitive set.
Let's see how Starbucks is doing versus our friends.
Just you wait.
Yeah, this is for our guest.
Starbucks.
The one we just created.
Yeah, guest portfolios. Every single week we've had a guest. They've picked an investment since Andrea came on.
Yeah.
So that's
the second time.
The second time, right. So every time but twice. All 3 times except for 2.
Well, we've had
all 4 times except for 3. We had a guest pick an investment, and Andrea picked Starbucks, and they are down today 0.22%. So we're beating them today.
Yes,
but they are only down 2.25% overall.
Just give them time, and their valuation is
near fair value. Maybe that's why they're only down 2.25%.
Yeah, we're still winning.
We are not beating them. I don't know where you're
today. We are.
Today, we're all about small victories on the Robert and Kalyn Get Rich podcast. You know what else is overvalued? I got this in the mail the day of our last podcast, but we were talking about all that resale stuff. Yeah. And this isn't exactly, there's no Louis Vuittons listed or anything like this, but they are busy buying jewelry, diamond watches, coins, and more. I think in part because gold and to a lesser extent silver is at such historically high prices. But they have trusted expert buyers meet expert appraiser on PBS famous appraisal show.
Oh, shit. They don't call out the actual show. They're just like, what appraisal show we see on PBS.
That's exactly right.
Antiques Roadshow.
That's right. But they do buy vintage jewelry. And then for your diamond, if it's 5 carats, they'll give you up to $200,000.
Up to that, yeah. If it's flawless and
if it's the Hope diamond,
right, yeah, 5 carats. That's a big diamond too.
And then watches, they will offer up to $100,000 for your Rolex and your Patek Philippe 69.5, weirdly specific.
Yeah.
And then Omega $50,000. Cartier 49.5.
I wish you had a Patek Philippe so you could go in and be like, I'm looking for 70 grand on this, and I won't go down even a penny.
Yeah, exactly.
They're like, we only offer 69,500.
Sorry, didn't you read the card?
Yeah,
we mailed it to you.
We were very specific about how much we were gonna potentially offer you.
Well, what about this Cartier? I got this Cartier I want to sell for exactly $50,000.
Right? Nope. Sorry. Bye. Goodbye. So my friend's mom is very sick, and so we were taking a little bit of jewelry to get appraised. So I took some of my stuff as well. I have a pearl necklace that my mother's father gave me. He's dead now.
And so you're like,
and I was
get rid of that shit.
Yeah, right. Like, whatever.
Who wants a pearl necklace anyway?
Yeah, well, so they said we would buy it just for the clasp because that's gold. Even though they were like good pearls or whatever.
Really? They were like, these pearls are worth nothing to us.
I mean, yeah, apparently the gold is worth enough that they would just buy the whole necklace so that they could have just the clasp.
Golly. Were you like, it cost you nothing to tell me these pearls were worth something.
Right. Yeah.
This is a sentimental, a family heirloom here.
I guess.
You did not have to say the bit about the clasp, jewelry buyer. I freaking love these pearls.
Yeah. So what was the best high school graduation gift I got?
I got the classic graduation gift, a set of luggage.
You know what the classic graduation gift now is for girls? Boob job. Not joking. Not joking. It's become one of the most popular graduation gifts for girls.
I'm going to have to see a New York Times article to this effect. That's where I get all my information.
Yeah. Well, it's a weird gift to get from your dad anyways. Like,
I
love you so much, honey. Here you go. Have some boobs.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think about this all, like every morning when I put on makeup, I think about like being a dude compared to being a girl, right? Like you wake up and you're just like, this is how I look.
Yeah.
The end.
Take it or leave it.
Yeah. Here we are. I feel like that there's not any options for what to do for a guy. Like, I can't imagine you going and being like, I'm going to put some mascara on because I think today we need to like brighten up these eyes, like,
right.
And yet, like, not that I can't leave the house or anything, but if I'm going to see anyone, I'm definitely not going to not put on makeup.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, my personal joke is my most attractive feature is my bank account. And I think that's how it is for a lot of men, is what makes them most attractive to women is their earning capacity or their current assets, and height. I mean, that's the other one, but yeah. I was dealt a set of cards that I got. So I probably told this story before, so I apologize for being repetitive, but it was so funny because we were at a lunch party or something with one of our Harvard Business School classmates, actually a pair, they got married, but the girl was sitting there lamenting how awful the selection of men were at Harvard Business School. And I'm like, this quite possibly might be the best, most eligible pool of bachelors on the fucking planet. Right. What are you talking about? Well, and she was like, yeah, but they're all so short. And I was like, oh no. See, that's when I knew I had to quit,
Yeah.
So
yeah.
We had like 5 married couples in my section. Yeah. Because you're assigned sections of 85 or 90.
Yeah.
And out of that section of 90, let's say 5 couples got married.
And you married Andrea wasn't in your section, right? So intersectional dating.
For sure.
It sounds taboo or something, intersectional dating.
That's okay these days.
You can't. Yeah, it doesn't matter anymore. Section B can mix with Section C.
Have we ever talked about pronouns? The pronouns thing makes
Oh my God. The zimzers of the world and whatever.
Those I think are fine. I'll tell you the one that bothers me is they. Because I'm like,
oh, you're like, oh, you royal now? Like, is this how we feel? Like,
not even that. It's just, I don't care. I'll call you any pronoun you want, but to make it a plural pronoun,
right. You're not two. You're just one.
So I'll read an article and they do this and they do that, and I'm like, what?
Who are we talking about?
Yeah, because you only mentioned one name at the top of the.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah,
I cannot read this anymore. You know,
totally. Yeah, it's conversationally awkward. Also, can I call you it instead? Like singular at least.
I mean, Zer or Zim, I think would be great solutions.
Man, people have gone to town with this pronouns notion, as I'm sure you've seen. But one was like, I also go by clown self, clown self, and I'm like, what? And like she had like a colored nose on or whatever, and I'm like, clown self.
This has to be a joke, huh?
No, I don't think so. I've seen a bunch of them. I'll be like, I'm also called wolf self. You are called what now? And I'm like, whatever. If you're one of my besties, I will entertain whatever nuance you want, I guess. But like, just some random ass person that I meet for like 5 minutes, I'm not gonna be like, oh wait, sorry. Did you say clown self? I didn't. This clown who I'm with, and like
wolf is better than clown. I'm just in. Okay, so all right, this person walks in to J.P. Morgan,
right, and they're like, I'm interested in a job.
Yeah, I'd like to be an investment banker. So, well, Claudia, thank you for coming in.
No problem. Happy to be here.
So, tell me, what was it like playing on the girls' soccer team?
Well, as my clown self, I really felt uncomfortable.
Could you come again? What was that?
Like. Clown self? That's one of my pronouns of choice.
So we like to do a little role play as part of an interview. So I'd like you to try to sell me this investment product. Could you do that? It's an ETF. Could you try to sell that to me?
Sure. Really, anyone who's reflecting on their clown selves could tell that this is a great product to be buying into, and I think you should really consider it.
Could you come again? What was that? What did you say early on there?
The clown self?
How do we at the Harvard Endowment reflect on our clown self?
That's a good question.
You know, here at Harvard, we like to think of ourselves as wolf selves.
It's so ridiculous. Like, I mean, yeah.
Guys,
it's tantamount to me to getting like a facial tattoo, like level of smart decisions, you know, to like be, oh, this is what I really want everyone to call me is, you know, if you're referring to me when I'm not there, because that's what like these they them things are. Like, you're not in a conversation with me, so you're not even misgendering me. Yeah. It's like, but when you and Andrea talk about me, you better talk about me as my clown self. like what? I don't know.
You know that I don't even know how to use clown self in the third person.
Kalyn and her clown self are going to the...
Yeah. Hey, Andre, did you know that Kalyn and her clown self are going to pick up onions at the grocery store?
She told me her clown self that she was going... that her clown self was going... I don't know. Because I used she in there, too. I can't do it. I don't know.
We also had an identity crisis last week, Kalyn, in the realm of Mtn Dew. Oh, we had the voodoo.
Oh, yeah.
Is the annual mystery flavor for Halloween. But this is the Mtn Dew Wiki.
Oh.
And the entry for Voodoo 6.0. They've managed to come up with this crap for 6 years.
To be clear, I think your guess was it Twizzlers or Jolly Rancher, like a cherry flavored Jolly Rancher or something like that.
I think I have to pick Twizzler. Here's a speculation. Since this voodoo flavor is a mystery flavor, people who have tried it have drawn comparisons to strawberry candy, such as gummy candy or other various types of candy.
Okay.
Which, yes.
So Twizzlers could be it.
There are no hints whatsoever. Okay.
So it should be announced pretty soon, though. It's September 22nd. They announced it. Of 2023.
Well, let's Google it right now.
Why don't we have the answer yet?
I don't know.
Yeah. I'm going to eat a chip.
What secret flavor are those Ritz sour cream and onion chips?
strawberry / blueberry pixie stick.
Yeah, yes.
Strawberry bonbons.
We're just, I'm not sharing this screen, but we're just reading people's speculation on Reddit.
Oh, I thought this was another comment. And they're like, is your water safe? Learn about PSFAS.
Because the way you're talking about this blueberry pixie stick, I got to question your mental acuity.
Wait a minute. Do you have like a lot of lead in your water right now? Like, I'm not sure what's happened to you, but it's not good.
All right.
Pop rocks.
28 days
Sweet
ago.
tarts.
Sweet tarts. Whatever it is, the shit slaps. Paris Styles freaking loves.
Man, yeah, the shit slaps. I want to adopt that phrase.
Looks gas. Where can I buy?
Man.
I mentioned, go ahead.
I was just going to say the collaboration with candy, the manufacturers, Airheads or Mentos. I don't know if
that was from last year.
Oh, yeah.
That was from last year. So I'm sure they collaborated with somebody this year.
Right.
But I got to say, this marketing thing is not really getting it done because I had no idea this freaking existed, much less any collaboration.
Right. I never heard of it either.
I think Mountain Dew's collaborations with all these companies, restaurants, and like none of it's working. Is it working?
It was for a while, but those days are over. The Mountain Dew Spark Zero days.
That was the end of an era.
Yeah, for
the
me.
end of anything good.
Yeah.
All right, what's next?
All right. I mean, should we fast forward to the... I forgot the scale. Well, we'll measure it next episode, I guess.
We'll give you everybody an update on...
Yeah, on the gummy bear.
Gummy bear. So this gummy bear is well-traveled here. Yeah. This might be the most well-traveled 5-pound gummy bear in the history of 5-pound gummy bears.
TSA was not a fan of the 5-pound gummy bear. I'll say that. Yeah, I had to put my bag through twice. They pulled me out, patted me down.
They're like, what is this gelatinous mass in your...
and the guy was like, I was like, oh, are you going for the gummy bear? He was like, the guy guessed it was a gummy bear. And I was like, wow, he did a good job. So
here it is. This has got to be like a freaking disease.
Yeah, I know. It was like,
I mean, like your saliva's been sitting on sugar for weeks now.
Yeah.
So when I bite, I will bite out of a portion that has not been.
The other side of the corn on the cob.
Leave a nice clean section for me if you don't mind. Kalyn takes a monster bite. Oh, I can smell it. All of a sudden, I can smell.
Yeah, I know.
Wow. These are impressive bites that you put into this.
I know.
Yeah, it's like sticky and it's got fingerprints on it. This is basically absolutely disgusting. But hey, you gotta,
when in Rome,
you can never go you can never go too far for comedy. And when in Rome, are you ready to start talking while I take a bite?
Yeah, let's see how Robert does.
I
find that it does better if you pull with your bottom teeth.
This is my first try.
Yeah.
There we go.
Robert, get aggressive.
I don't have
aggressive.
You've been eating this for like 10 plus episodes, so you have lots of practice. Lots of practice.
That's true.
This will be my first bite.
Yeah, Robert's going for it. Yay! See, not too bad. No, it's about half the size of my bites.
I'm a rookie.
Well, I keep thinking I gotta like get through it because, to your point, it is getting a little bit, little gross.
I'm gonna have some more. I like it.
Yeah, it tastes good. The taste is really good. I was very surprised by it. I know that Andre won't like because it's cherry flavored. I think.
I think the tooth marks are gonna be
like little nails and stuff.
But this could be very entertaining making her do it.
She'll be like, teeny bite.
Okay, listen, my eternal beef with cooking at home is I cannot cook anything that these motherfuckers are eating, right? I know one dish that all three of the people I live with are willing to eat. But Andrea's version of the story is, I'll eat anything. I'll eat it. I mean, okay, not fish, maybe a few other things, but I'm like, all right, fine. So I'll make blah, blah, blah with vegetables. And then she'll eat this much vegetable.
And it's like dribbling.
And I'm like, all right, now I have 3.9 servings left over.
Right, yeah. Right. Putting it on the paper towel has now gotten like little pieces of fuzz stuck into it.
That's a bad decision.
Yeah, like what's that? I don't know.
Gonna have to get take a lint roller to your.
I think sticking it under the faucet. We're gonna stick it on and letting it dry out.
Wash me off with soap and water. We could probably finish this here. In one sitting.
I think we should try. See if we can get ourselves sick.
I know we can get ourselves sick. I don't need to find out. All right. Put that bad boy away. We got to weigh him in to see where...
You're not going to have 2 bites?
I already took 2 bites.
2 proper bites?
These are my 2 proper bites right here. They're respectable bites. They might not be Kalyn-sized bites, but they're respectable. We lost the football game, but it wasn't 49-10. It was 23-20 or something.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, yeah.
Very nice. You had something to report from your field trip.
I do. Yeah. So back when I was a bad kid and I just gotten into U of H, my friend and I went to orientation, which was towards the end of June, maybe in July, just after my 18th birthday. And she started dating one of the frat boys that we met at orientation. And so we decided to just go move in there 6 weeks or something before college starts. Makes a lot of sense.
Sure.
And I didn't have a debit card at the time, so we were living off of my friend's money she had, but her parents cut her off, so then we didn't have any money at all. And occasionally, since we had no money, I was scrounging together coins, and I could go over to Taco Bell and get a chalupa for somewhere between 85 cents and $1, right? I just know that it was less than $1 because I would be like, hey, Ryan, do you have a nickel? Or a dime would be ideal because I really need 8 cents, but whatever. I'm so close to being able to eat today. So Andre and I drive through Taco Bell and we got
2 nights ago.
We get 2 chalupas, $10.57 or something like that. And I was like, that's got to be fucking wrong. We're going to get the meals for sure or something. That's what I thought. But nope. Right. 2 chalupas, they're $5.19 each. Again,
I don't really feel like a chalupa is worth $5.
No way, not at all. It was well worth the 87 cents that I paid for it. It solidly gets an 18-year-old not starving. It gets you out of that red zone. But like $5 fucking it's out of control.
Chalupa has gone from 89 cents to $5.19, like 6 times almost.
I mean, I was aghast. I would never have suggested to go there if I was like, I guess I'm gonna have to pay you back. Feel bad spending this much money on a freaking chalupa.
I mean, I like them. I don't like them $5 good.
No.
It certainly harkens to like, we've had the stop at McDonald's at the way home from the softball game, and it's Andrea, me, Kiara, and a friend, and you drive through and you're like, $65.
It's
and you're like,
fucking crazy. Like I can't even with this. I mean, it's just insane. I feel like I should be able to eat at any fast food restaurant. Maybe not the best stuff, but I should be able to get some sort of meal deal for in the $5 range.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
And as should everybody in the car. So a family of 4 should be able to get out of there for
$25.
$20 to $25.
Yes.
Yeah. Those days are over. I hear this from anybody I know that's got a family. They talk about driving through fast food places and spending $50 plus. And I'm like, what in the fuck is happening?
I know. And I like McDonald's and I appreciate the speed.
Right. I can't believe it. I find it offensive, frankly.
Yeah.
Like
we're got our eyes on you, McDonald's.
That's true.
Which is not really fair because we were coming after Taco Bell first, but I mean,
all of you.
I think we should pick our battles. I don't think we could take down 2 fast food chains.
And I'm like, bring them all on.
I mean, look at the progress we've made with the Mars family.
That's true.
Which is not really. Yeah.
I kind of distracted.
I kind of feel like we forgot about the Mars family.
Yeah, I do too.
Is any of this crap made by Mars?
I don't know.
They probably had something to do with it.
Probably.
They're like, this is how we're going to poison America's youth is with chewy French fries.
That's true.
So, as you recall, Kalyn,
yep,
our pick from your what the hell was in Kalyn's portfolio last week was Howmet. I went and searched for them. I found them.
Yeah.
And it was not a hard search.
Which is surprising.
Yes, exactly. They've got this, let your career take flight.
Mm-hmm. Oh, which because they sell aircraft stuff.
They do. That's Howmet Aerospace, although weirdly, they're also in Alcoa Wheels. So they do aerospace. Oh. Innovative.
I think I owned Alcoa. Maybe that's how I came to own how.
Yeah, maybe so. I think Alcoa is still a standalone enterprise, but they sold their wheels division or something like that.
Oh, fastening systems.
Yeah, fastening systems. Well, I looked through the aerospace stuff a little bit.
Yeah.
They work on the engines and they push the boundaries for engines.
Yeah.
And then they're like, Howmet Aerospace Innovation strikes again, and I looked at these and I'm like,
look at those fasteners.
they don't really look that innovative.
Blind bolts, blind rivets. I don't know what that means by blind bolt.
I mean, does that look like the cutting edge of innovation? This is what holds your airplane together.
Yeah.
but
which is something. Maybe it's not the sexiest of investments, but the ones that we've had that have done well so far in our portfolio have not been the sexiest.
No.
Proctor and Gamble and the toothbrush people. That's not Procter.
Yeah,
Gamble.
that's Phillips.
Phillips. Yeah.
I mean, look at these guys. They're puns though. These guys are crushing it on the puns. Wheels of change. Or is that a pun?
No.
Oh, okay. I was like looking through their
They
wheels.
should have had something like rolling in innovative technology with our wheels of change. I don't know, something.
Fair enough. So these guys, they went marketing crazy and they created this podcast, Behind the Wheels.
Wow.
They have these guys sit here and talk about Alcoa aluminum wheels for 35 minutes.
I'm so excited.
Yes.
I want to hear the wise tales.
The wise tales, trucking supposed truth.
Yeah. Wow. Legends passed down to younger generations. They're usually unverified claims. Oh.
Yeah, I listened to maybe 3 minutes of this.
And it was the best thing you'd ever heard in your life. And you wanted to share with me before you listened to more?
It was amazing, exactly. And yes, one of the legends passed down to the generation. The first guy, his pick was tighter is better.
Oh.
Like the tighter you tighten the lug nuts. Yeah. He's like, that is not true.
Wow.
Not true, Kalyn.
Stop the presses right now.
I know you think like the tighter.
Yeah, I'm always like, get this lug nut on.
Tighter, even tighter.
Yeah, that's me. Every time I change my tire. They do put, I mean, they are very regular contributors to the podcasting world.
Well, they were.
6:36 in April. Before that, it was January.
These are 2022 dates, by the way.
Oh, I didn't.
2020.
They ran out of material?
Yeah, can you imagine?
They had 40-something.
Well, damn. I mean, they came up with 40 episodes.
Yeah.
I mean, 11 people gave them 5 stars. That's better than us.
That's every single person that works there, plus their spouses. One guy's unmarried, and he's like, damn it, Doug.
I know. I feel like every episode had like 20 to 50 people listen to it when I found it last time.
Yeah.
So who knows? Total listenership 200 or something. But
yeah. Well, that's about what I would expect. I mean, for a random ass podcast like about wheels. Yeah, you get 200 people that are like, huh.
I know.
It's kind of neat. I'm a truck driver, so I do have a pretty big interest in wheels.
And I got a long time to listen to
Yeah,
it.
and I got nothing but time to listen to shit.
Listen to me. Yeah. So they had this, and then I can't find it on the fly here, but they also had a blog that had about the same lifespan as this.
Yeah.
So I know in 2020 or something, some marketing firm that they hired just went like,
was
what
like,
you need.
Here's what we got to do. This is the way we're going to blow this business up. It's going to be so good. We're going to be huge. And actually, this stock's done very well for me. So maybe they were right.
They were probably right. Think how many wheels you sell today, people.
Just imagine every car on the freeway, Alcoa wheels. How amazing.
Listening to your podcast.
Everybody's like, oh, tighter, not better? No? What?
So I think we got to say, like, any company that would have this sort of, this cutting edge technology of these blind rivets that look like they were manufactured in 1950, and then a 2-year-old podcast that
has 40 episodes.
40 episodes.
Look
and
out.
teaches you how tight to tighten your lug nuts. Like,
yeah, how could we not invest in that?
I think we have to.
Well, let's see what Yahoo says,
Oh, so such a good point. All right. Well, here they're up 0.5% today, along with the rest of the market. 2% over the past 5 days. 29% over the last.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Holy moly. 55% over the last 6 months. What did they do?
Yeah. I was telling you, this stock has done quite well for me.
You're not
Go
kidding.
back a year. Year to date is 90%.
1 year, 120. You've doubled your money on these guys. How about that? 5-year return, 320%. Good for these guys.
For me. I'm one of those guys. I'm a major owner.
These are analyst recommendations. A lot of buys, a lot of strong buys. Yeah. Price target, average analyst price target.
That's going to be that's going to translate.
See, look.
So it looks like it's priced about right. Yeah.
It's
undervalued slightly.
Yeah, which means we could make $2 on this.
Let's do it. I mean, we need to do something.
that would be above our
way above our average.
Current average. So
yeah.
All right. I guess
I don't know why these guys have done so well though. I mean, like that's very, very well, isn't it? For like the 5-year rate and stuff.
Especially to your earlier point, like these guys aren't a pharmaceutical company that launched a product or a tech company. These guys make stinking
rivets
and wheels. I mean, so
Right.
I would say that's a hell of a thing. All right, so Kalyn, one of the things that you schlepped up from Houston on your visit here for our only second live podcast is a stack of magazines that I think you probably got at Half Price Books or something. But this one is the Centennial Special issue of The Complete Guide to Getting Rich. And I must say, flipping through this gives you almost no guide to getting rich. There are such chapters as who are film characters who played rich people, like Richie Rich and Gordon Gekko.
Yeah.
And then who are a bunch of real famous people that are rich.
Like Kubla Khan.
Yeah, Kubla Khan was rich.
Genghis Khan, I mean.
You know,
Genghis
Jeff
Khan is-
Bezos, he's rich.
Yeah.
Bill Gates, he's rich too. So now you know,
What?
complete guide. But one thing it does have is a couple of crappy quizzes. So
Yeah.
for lack of better things to do,
We're gonna,
I thought we might take one of these quizzes.
let's do
Talking
it.
to the mic.
So, no problem. So we're gonna get to know you, Robert, as a rich person.
Mm.
All right. I run my business by a clear strategy.
No, the green ones. Read the green ones.
Oh,
We don't
they-
want to read the blue ones.
Okay. Yeah. Fuck the blue ones.
We don't want to talk about business and strategy. I don't
Okay.
have a business, so I don't want to run it.
All right. I like to create a budget and follow it to the letter. A, never. B, sometimes. C, often.
I do like to create budgets. I don't know about following it to the letter always. So I will say I'm sometimes leaning always.
Okay. Wait. The answer is never, sometimes, or often.
Oh, often then, I guess. Often.
Like, wait a minute.
Man, I'm not that good at this quiz taking thing.
Did I don't maybe I said always when I was looking at the word never.
Yeah, maybe.
That happens sometimes. All right, so if your answer is often, you're good at following rules, staying in line with your goals, and sticking to a plan and saving money. The weakness is you may not be flexible enough when it's worth it. You might miss valuable opportunities that you would have taken advantage of if you were a bit more easygoing. Your problems are not easygoing enough, Robert. All right, I'm not a cook, so I love to eat out or bring food in. A, never. B, sometimes. C, often.
Sometimes.
Dining out is very popular and it can be hard to resist, but pick your battles carefully and don't be lazy. Cooking is cheaper, healthier option.
Okay.
Yeah, so stop being so
Yeah,
fucking
all
lazy,
right.
Robert.
Yeah, I won't. Whoever wrote this. Jesus.
All right, I believe in paying for experiences. A, never. B, sometimes. C, often.
Sometimes.
Good, keep it up. Go places, do things, experience the world. Experiences will open your mind and inform your life.
Am I supposed to cook when I go somewhere and experience
Yeah,
the
stop
world?
being cheap and lazy. Jesus. Or not cheap.
I'm getting mixed. Well, don't be cheap on the experiences. Be cheap on the cooking.
They have a very clear perspective on this.
If we'd have
Maybe
said
you guys-
always, they'd say maybe you're going a little too nuts. Is that the?
If you said often,
Yeah.
great. Unless you decide everything it is an experience worth paying for. Make sure you evaluate each experience, measure the cost, and think about whether it is worth it or not.
Yeah.
But if you'd said never, you'd say, "Yikes!"
I was just, I was just with Kelly yesterday. Her ideal weekend is like every minute of the day filled with some activity. Like we're gonna go
Yeah.
apple picking, then we're going to go to a restaurant, then we're gonna go out for drinks and see this band play, and then on Saturday, it's like. And I'm just like, my ideal weekend is I lay around on the couch and then
I do not depart my home.
2 or 3 o'clock, I can feel a little guilty and I go outside and mow the lawn. And then, maybe we go out to dinner.
That's your ideal weekend, involves you mowing the lawn.
Well, no, but I do something.
I'm like, man, when did you turn so lame? So, all right. Question 4. I love to play the stock market. I invest money and make changes if it's not working. A, never. B, sometimes. C, often.
Sometimes.
Never.
I don't know about the part about if it's not working, but
Okay, sometimes. If you are good at finding the balance between playing the market and staying cash positive, that's a great place to be. All right, question 5. I love to find and do things for free. A, never. B, sometimes. C, often. See, I'm like often for sure.
I would say never. Not that I want to do things that cost money either, but just.
You paid to go to Pesmania. That would cost money?
No, that was free as well.
See?
But-
Boom. Look at you having fun for free.
No, I did that out of a sense of obligation to the podcast.
What?
If Pesmania had just scrolled by and I no connection to it and no podcast we were working on, I doubt I would have gone to that.
Yeah.
You go to stuff like that, you're just like, hey, there's a blah 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 convention and it's
maybe.
Open, whatever.
If I'm looking for something to do, but I also like.
That's the problem. I'm never looking for things to do. Right?
Yeah.
That's the problem. Neither am I looking for paid things to do. I'm also not like, oh, there's an art installation for $20. Like, I don't go to that either.
Oh, I thought you meant getting paid for things.
Well,
I'm looking for fun things for me to do that I get paid for. Yeah,
well,
like surveys online.
Boy, this girl knows how to have fun.
I do sign up for those. I'm on all kinds of studies and stuff.
They had this whole thing about how all the presidential surveys these days are total hogwash because they're just full of these online panels, because the only people who respond are people you pay, and about half of them are like just trying to
we're just bored like me.
And they're trying to whip through as many as they can. They don't even care if
exactly.
Amazing quizzes. All right.
I don't know if I have anything else.
We have scam of the week.
Oh, we were going to talk about Elon Musk. Yeah. For scam of the week.
Did anybody prep for that? Because I didn't.
I did a little bit.
He's probably his picture's in here somewhere, I bet.
I don't think so. So I listened to a podcast about him, and they were talking to these folks that wrote a book. The thing that I thought was interesting, it does seem like Elon Musk was raised from a wealthy family. That's fine. Whatever. Got him started. Same with Bill Gates. Bill Gates came from a pretty decently wealthy family too.
Sure.
But
so did we, and we're not billionaires, so there you go.
Yeah. Elon Musk had a company that he kind of sold off really quickly. Then the company that ultimately became PayPal, that he sold to eBay, that made him a lot of money. And then from that point, he launched Tesla and SpaceX, which have done super well, right? And
the stock prices have, yeah.
This podcast was talking about how basically this is like the point where capitalism has now failed, because if he goes and buys Twitter with no plan in mind, and he has so much power because he's got this like assumed wealth, he no longer has to be checked in any kind of way at all, period, full stop. And why capitalism makes a lot of sense is that we need a lot of buy-in from a lot of people for things, because customers move where the interest is and determine value. But that's no longer where he's far past that point wealth-wise. He doesn't need Twitter to do well at all. He can, and he's destroyed it pretty well. Like the value has gone down more than 50% since he bought it, but no sign of stopping, because why would he? Because he likes it and he's a crazy ass billionaire. Yeah. Unlike, I mean, he's big on Dogecoin. I feel like that just moves based on he's got enough followers
based on his whims. He wakes up one morning, he's like, I think Dogecoin should go down today. I think Dogecoin should go up today.
I mean, anytime he talks about Dogecoin, or he tries to say like, oh, you'll be able to buy Teslas with Dogecoin, then like the Dogecoin market, it does increase. Like it's a stupid inflation, probably declines shortly thereafter, I think. But
it's borderline scandalous, right? Because he has a big position in Dogecoin, so it's like, I'm gonna make my money go up and up.
But also, I mean, is he not allowed to do that? I mean, it's with a cryptocurrency.
I don't know the rules.
We're gonna learn.
Oh, we're gonna. That guide is probably about as good as guide as the guide to getting rich.
Yeah, probably.
I mean.
Well, we'll talk about this next time.
We could always invest in Dogecoin.
Well, I think we should definitely do Howmet.
Okay.
I mean, we can also do Dogecoin if you want, but I think Howmet is.
I think Dogecoin's great, but they don't have a podcast about lug nuts.
That's true. No, they don't. Like, have you even heard of blind rivets? I mean, if you haven't, I obviously don't know what's going on in with the wheel world.
That's right.
We're rolling along with new technology.
I mean, cryptocurrency. I see what you did there. I mean, cryptocurrency. Everybody understands that, but who understands blind rivets?
Yeah, I mean, not us. Well, maybe we'll save crypto and Dogecoin for next week.
Yeah. I don't suppose you have a what the hell's in Kalyn's portfolio?
Well, I thought Proctor and Gamble was one that I had planned to talk about, but
Proctor and Gamble sold. We'll look at it for next week. My God, this is going to be exciting.
Yeah. I mean, just you wait, guys.
If you thought blind rivets and lug nuts are exciting, wait.
Well, look, our big winner right now is Philips, who make toothbrushes. So, I mean.
So it makes perfect sense to find the guys who make toothpaste and invest in them too.
We're buying wheels for the cars, toothbrushes for our mouths, and then toothpaste to make a minty.
We have like an oral hygiene macro thesis here.
That's right.
We think oral hygiene is just
this is gonna be breaking open soon, y'all.
a secular move in oral hygiene.
Yeah.
All right, folks. If that's not a cliffhanger that makes you want to tune in to our quarter century mark episode, next episode, number 25. I don't know what will. With that, Kalyn, you say it.
Cue the music.
Yeah, baby. You've been listening to Robert and Kalyn Get Rich, a production of Get Rich Media Productions. We change name every week because it's a made-up company. What do we care? We don't care about that. The only thing we care about is not getting sued by you. That's why this is
not providing financial or investment advice.
The other thing we really actually do care about is if you will rate us, and with a positive rating, please, double thumbs up. I don't know what platform has thumbs up, but if you can do that, you give us a 5-star review. You can write a review.
Yeah, send us an email.
Robert and Kalyn Get Rich at gmail.com. Kalyn spelled Kalyn. Robert is spelled Robert. Also, a great way to tell us you love us is to forward this episode to your friends.
Everyone
you know. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Until next week, make sure you go out and you invest in toothpaste. And
also yourself and your experiences.
One good piece of advice we could say is invest in yourself and your experiences
and toothpaste.
Brush your teeth.
Yeah, that'll make your experiences better.
Exactly. With that, this has been episode 24. We're out. Deuces.
Bye.